Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Now to start off, this is not a game review. This is a collector's edition review, which I don't usually do, but the quality of this one is, well, let's just say I'm not happy. This video is more of an awareness for people who want to buy this collector's edition for Destroy All Humans, and from a customer standpoint, from a consumer standpoint, this collector's edition is not acceptable for the price tag. I've played a bit of the game. The game is fantastic from what I've played. Now, I was excited to get a hold of this DNA collector's edition a few months ago. It was the cheaper option between the two collector's edition. You could get the more expensive £350 one, which had a 20-inch crypto, came with a backpack and a few other things. But you had this one, which was $139.99, which comes with a keychain, a stress ball, lithograph, art prints, the game obviously, and a statue, which glows in the dark, which is pretty neat. Now, I've bought a few collector's editions because I quite like collecting and displaying statues, and I just like the cool stuff you get with them, and if I really like a game, I will go out of my way to support it. But the quality control on this one, oh man, is shockingly bad. Now, before I had this one, I actually had another copy which I sent back. So this is not just one copy I'm reviewing. This is going off the fact that I've had two copies. The first one actually broke within the first 5 minutes of me opening it. The cow actually fell off, it snapped off, and one of the jetpacks actually snapped off as well. I got in contact with the Game Collection, which is the guys I pre-ordered from. Great guys, they're quite local to me, so they gladly gave me a replacement of the collector's edition. I handed back the broken one to the delivery driver, and he delivered the replacement one this morning, actually. I took it out of the box, everything seemed to be fine. That was until I noticed some shockingly bad mistakes on the jetpack pieces. The holes were actually misaligned. For a collector's edition and a high quality statue, quote unquote high quality statue, to have misaligned holes, so I couldn't even get crypto into the holes properly. I was sticking him in one of the holes and he was just completely off center, so I couldn't put him in the other hole of the jetpack. I did get him in, but then out of nowhere his arm snapped off and I had to super glue it back. This is shockingly bad. Usually these things come pre-assembled. I don't know why I had to piece this together. With brittle pieces like this, you should have at least thought that these would have come pre-assembled. Now, this has nothing to do with the weather or anything. The weather has been fairly moderate, so plastic hasn't melted or bent over in order to do this. No, the jetpacks were actually glued on wrong. Also, I noticed on my new one there was a big scratch on the plastic for the cow. Now, this hasn't been opened, it's only come from a factory, right? So someone had to have checked this. For two collector's editions to be broken and super fragile on arrival, it's just not acceptable. You pay this amount of money for it and you expect quality. One more thing I'd like to say. When I did actually manage to fiddle around with this collector's edition, the replacement one, I managed to get crypto to go in both holes, but as a result the jetpack insert piece that goes into the hole actually snapped off, so that piece is now stuck inside my jetpack booster and I have no way to get it out. And if I get it out, what am I gonna do? Super glue it? Nah, it's broken off, it's not coming out. I'm highly disappointed with this collector's edition. I'm glad I didn't get the more expensive one now, because if this one had quality flaws like that, I couldn't imagine the more expensive one, and that's supposed to be bigger. I know this one's small, and yes, it's a bit more brittle, and it's a bit more fragile, but the big one, there's more surfaces on it, more for it to go wrong. I've looked everywhere. All the reviews up on YouTube, they're all paid for by THQ. They're all perfect, they all came in perfect condition, but not mine, because I'm a consumer, and they just sent this out without checking it. Stress ball, I actually really like the stress ball. It's quite cute. I like it when the eyes pop out. The art card's cool, yeah. The keychain, I'm not going to use that. The statue was the main part. I wanted to display this properly. But every time I look at it now, I'm just seeing the jetpack booster being snapped in half and it's not actually connected. This was meant to be one of my nice display pieces, and now I just don't really want to display it at all. Another thing to note, you have to slot the cow in, and it's supposed to go in there nice and tight, but mine is very, very loose, and this was the case with the other one I had. It's obviously more than one statue with this issue, and for a collector's edition to be this unchecked, it's really, really disappointing. A big company like THQ, you'd think, yeah, they wouldn't allow this, but obviously they did. I don't know if anyone else has had these issues. Most likely have, but no one spoke up about it. I actually pre-ordered this for my birthday. My birthday, if you didn't know, it was on Tuesday. It arrived Tuesday morning. For a statue to break on my birthday is very disappointing, and now the replacement has turned up and it has the exact same flaws, if not worse. I should just have to put this together, if not have to do it at all, and just have it on my shelf like a normal collector. I shouldn't have to have broken figures in my room. Yeah, I could send this back, but it's not the company's fault for sending it to me. It's not the company I pre-ordered from. It's from the supplier. So somewhere along the line, the supplier just didn't give a crap and just sent out every Destroy All Humans with unchecked quality. I wouldn't recommend buying this. No, I wouldn't. I was thoroughly disappointed. I know it sounds stupid just to get disappointed over a figure, but I like buying figures. It's my hobby. And when I saw Destroy All Humans was getting a collector's edition statue, I was over the moon, because a niche game like this getting merch, wow, very exciting. This should have been done a lot better, and if THQ you're somehow watching this, I hope you improve on your collector's editions. Yeah, please step up your game, THQ. You make great games. You make fabulous remakes. They're great remakes and they're very true to the original games. And that's all I want in a remake. But for someone who collects figures, I can't say your collector's editions are very good, to be fair. And all I have to say is, if you do really want this, expect problems. And to be honest, get it and just leave it in the box. There's a little display window in the box. Just have it on the shelf in the box. Don't even chance taking it out, because I highly regret taking it out of the box now. If you did actually get this and it was in one piece, wow, I commend you. But I've had it twice now and it's broken on me. First time the cow came off, jetpack came off. Second time, Crypto just dies. Spoiler alert, he just dies. His parts were not having it, his arm fell off. And what can you do? If your arm falls off, how are you going to use your disintegrate array?